Hey honeybees, how y'all doing? Are y'all ready? Because I know I'm ready, okay? We're getting ready to start our canon series, and this is episode 1, season 2. And today we're going to be making some traditional corn relish. If y'all are ready, I know I'm ready. Let's get to it. Make sure it's good and even so that way you can see it. And bring it up to you. Okay? So that's 4 cups. You also want to have clean hands. I have washed my hands before I started this. But get you have you some clean hands, okay, y'all? Some clean hands. You want everything to be sterilized. Hands and all. Hands and all. Okay? Counters, everything. You want everything wiped down. So just in case, like you did, like I did right here, I kind of dropped a few of these little kernels, but everything is clean, okay? Get another bag of corn. Have you a trash can nearby? Have you a scrap bag nearby? Because those scraps will come in handy for some good broth and stock. And we will be making that too in the future. Okay? So, okay, that's a total of 8. And we need 1 more cup to make 9 cups. And 1 more cup. Exactly, 9 cups. If you have any corn left over, that's great because you can make you some more if that's not enough after you enjoy this recipe. See, y'all, so far it's so good. Do y'all feel a little relaxed? Feel relaxed when you're doing it. I love some music. Put you in a good mood. Be in a rhythm. Ain't nobody editing nothing. This is straight raw footage. Okay? All y'all professional canners out here, I hope you watching too. Because I want y'all to grade me as well. I want you to grade me. Let me know if I did anything wrong so I can correct it. But guess what? It's asking for vinegar. Now we need the white distilled vinegar, and one would have 5% acidity. Do you see it? Okay, so we're going to need 4 cups. 4 cups of this. Okay. We're going to get in here and get these 3 cups of sugar. So this all I need is 2 tablespoons of the dry mustard. So we're going to put that on in there. And we need 1 tablespoon of celery seed. Celery seed. Okay. Mustard seeds. And stir it up in here. Okay. Got my spoon. Okay. So now we got our water in here. Now we're getting ready to add our dry ingredients as far as our seasoning. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna need is 1 tablespoon of salt. I have some sea salt. You can use Himalayan salt. You can use kosher salt. You can use Redmond salt, because I need to get some more of that. Redmond salt. You can use any of those salts. Just do not use that iodine salt. You're going to keep it stirring occasionally, okay? You don't want it to burn. Then you're going to bring it down to a simmer, okay? And you're going to let that simmer for 25 minutes. And I'm going to show you what's next, and I'm going to bring you on over here. I'm going to slide. As you can see, we got Big Bertha over here. Big Bertha is going to be turned on number 6, okay? Because we want her to be on a medium mode, okay? We want her to be good and simmering. We got cold water in here, okay? And now we don't put our jars in here, okay? So right now, get Bertha, get her filled up, okay? And then put your jars in here and fill your jars up with the water, cold water, okay? And put her in here. You need about 6 jars in here. 1 is that extra measure. Remember I was telling you about. It's total of 5, but that 1 for extra measure, okay? So put them all in here. Fill the water up over your jars, okay? So that way water is inside the jars as well. And I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? I'm going to show you what it looks like. And you're going to turn on your eye. So that way your jars can start getting hot, okay? You do not want it to boil, okay? You just want your jars to get really hot, okay? Make sure your jars are washed and rinsed really good and put in here with fresh cold water. Again, fill the jars up inside the bathroom and make sure it's past the jars, okay? Make sure the water's up past the jars, at least about 1 inch or 2, okay? And put it on the rack. Make sure the rack is in there. You don't want it being directly on your pot because we don't need no jars shattering. Make sure that is in there, okay? And I'm gonna bring you over so you can see what I'm talking about. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. So I'm gonna slide you on over here to get personal, okay? So, if you can see. Do y'all see? Okay, so we got some jars in here. You make sure your rack is in there. Okay? You're gonna fill this water up with your jars in there. And fill those jars up in there, okay? And make sure it's about 1 inch or 2 over the jars, okay? You don't want it to boil. You don't want it to do none of that. You just want them jars to be, make sure them jars are hot, okay? All right. Bring you on back down. None of y'all fell, did you? None of it. You didn't fall? You didn't fall? Okay. I'm glad you didn't fall in the water. Okay. Okay, so the next thing, you want you to get you a little saucepan right here. See that little saucepan? And you want to fill this up with some water. You're going to do the same thing. Fill this up with water. Okay? And you're also going to get your lids. See? Your lids. And you're going to stick them off in here. And 1 for what? Good measure. Yeah. Okay? And you're going to turn that down on low as well. Okay? Because you want that to not boil either. You just want them to be good. Okay? So now, you're going to take your temperature And you're going to bring her on over to where she is simmering. Okay? I brought her on over to 3. Okay? So she's good and hot. She done got her a good boil on. And now we're going to let her simmer for 25 minutes. Okay? Look at that. Yeah. Okay, y'all. But I've been dying to get an apron. And Elle got this for me. Take her off here. It ain't about to burn my fingers. I'm not. You gonna learn today? I'm not. Take her off. Oh, wait. From my face. Okay. Catch that water. Ain't no dripping. We want to set her over. We're going to set her over here. Okay? Over here. Y'all see this thing? You know she hot. She hot. She hot. And everything gonna be hot. So now I'm gonna bring my pot and put it over here so that way we can work our way over. Okay? All right, y'all. You see that, don't you? You gotta get it ready. Get it ready. Ready. Okay. And here's our ladlers inside there. Everything is ready. Ready. Okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. Everything is in its order. Now, I'm going to show you. I'm going to raise you up a little bit and turn you a little bit so you can see how things are looking. Sorry, I'm a little too close and personal to you. Okay, so we're going to move it. Okay, so now you want to see what I'm doing. You're going to get your thongs. Your tongs. I said thongs. Y'all forgive me. Okay, and we're going to empty that jar. Just like that. You just have to add some more. I'll let you know. If it's too much, just like this, I'll show you how you can fix that. I'm going to show y'all. I'm doing this so that way you can see, so you won't feel like you just don't want to panic. You don't have to panic. You can just get a spoon, and all you're going to do is scoop some out. That's all you got to do. Just take some and scoop some of that out, okay? And continue with your process by debubbling. Just make sure you debubble, just like that. Okay? Get your napkin, dip it in some vinegar. Go over around the rim. Make sure there's nothing that's going to keep it from sticking. Okay? Like so. Get your magnet. Put it right here on top of the jar. Make sure it's good and even on there. Hold it in place. Take your ring. Fingertip tight. And you're going to drop this in the water as well. Got 2 more to go. Now, we're going to take our lid. We're going to put this on top. Okay? You can turn off your back eye too, that your lid's were on. But you're going to take your top, put it on top. You're going to turn your heat on up. And you wanted to get it to a good boil. When it gets to that good boil, that's when you're going to set your timer for your canner. You do not set that time until that water starts to boil, okay? And that's what we're going to wait on. I'm going to pull it away. Now it's at a good rumble. Let's start this time. Bow. Now, when you start seeing it coming out like this, that pretty much will let you know that it's boiling, okay? That's how I've learned to know the canner, okay? You need to learn your canner, how it works for you, and all that, okay? You want to learn your canner. You really do. Because that makes it even easier for you to do it. Now, elevation, all right? If you need to know what your elevation is in the area you're in, this the time you can Google it, okay? While you're sitting here waiting on things, you can Google it. It'll tell you what it is. What is your elevation in the area that you're in? That elevation is going to tell you exactly how long you need to let this boil, okay? This recipe boil in this water bather, okay? You're going to know how long, okay? It's going to tell you. If you need to know how many, like for the quarts, if you're going to do quarts, it'll tell you how long it's going to take for it to boil for quarts. If you need to know about pints, it's going to tell you how long you need to boil for pints and half pints as well, okay? When you do this water bathing. Same with canning, pressure canning. But right now, we're doing the water bather, okay? So, you're going to go and Google up how much your elevation is in the area you are in, okay? So, from 0 to 3,000 is where I'm at, okay? Is where I'm at. And I will be sitting here water bathing this for 15 minutes when I get ready to do the process for that. Okay? 15 minutes. Okay? So you find out as well too. Now, back. Okay, y'all. So now the 15 minutes is up. We're going to turn this off. We're going to take the top off, away from you. And now you're going to let it cool on down. Before you start removing any of the jars, you want that to settle on down. You want to have your tongs and stuff ready. You want to let that water simmer on down. Till it stops boiling. You're going to put on your mitten because these jars are going to get hot. They're going to be hot. I'll always have a mitten on when I take mine out just so I can have some extra security. And we're going to put it on the towel that you have on your counter or mat or whatever you're using. Okay? Now we're going to remove the jar. The excess water that's on top, do not move it. Do not tilt it. Don't tilt your jars. Don't do any of those things. Pull it up as high as you can, straight up. And we're going to bring it on over. Just pretty. Okay, honeybees. So I finished it off the camera. I had one more. I scooped that out of the pot, and I had one more. So all of them are all good and sealed, and this is how you can tell by taking this off, lifting up on it. If that top end came off of there, there's no indentations where it's going. That means it's not sealed. If it's solid like this, that means it's sealed. And all you have to do now is get your pen, write the date on it, and what it is. Okay, y'all. This is number 1. We did it. Just beautiful.